station that's on your side. You're watching News 19 at 6.
God is with you, sir. We right here. We right here. Ain't nothing gonna happen. You a strong man.
A prayer and words of encouragement yelled from a bridge on I-20. Tonight, we're talking to a man who helped save a truck driver who ended up in the Wateree River, and that was about 11 days ago. Good evening now. Thanks for being with us. I'm J.R. Berry.
And I'm Darcy Strickland. Joe Stroman says it was a voice from the bridge that helped save his life that day. And now, because of our story, that Good Samaritan has finally been identified.
News 19 Sonia Gutierrez first sat down with Joe 2 days ago, and in your story, I know you asked our viewers to help Joe find this man, and the response was overwhelming, right?
That's right. Yes, almost all the emails talked about a young man with dreadlocks who was yelling from the bridge to hold on. Thanks to the tips that we got from you, we found that man behind the voice in this video.
God is with you, sir. We right here. We right here. Ain't nothing gonna happen. You a strong man.
Strength.
Please pray for this man.
It means different things to different people.
He kept telling me, sir, if you can hear me, move your arm or your hand or your leg. So every time he would ask me, I would move for him.
But the strength to fight one battle.
Everybody was looking over the bridge. It was just this one guy. He said, you my hero. You survived this. The Lord is with you.
Is what brought truck driver Joe Stroman and Fernando Bunch together.
I fight, I train hard, and it comes to those type of situations. You know, what would you do? Fight, don't quit. And that's what Mr. Joe did.
Bunch is a professional boxer from Augusta who was in South Carolina on his way back from a match.
I'm seeing a man laying on top of a truck in a puddle of his own blood. So it was to the point where I just did the only thing that I knew best and my parents always taught me to do is pray.
God is with you, sir.
He wanted to make sure no other child was left without a father like his cousins.
Literally the day before the incident, the wreck with Mr. Joe, my uncle in Florida was buried, and it was due to cancer. So, you know, that's how fast you can lose someone.
It was a combination of his faith and his inner warrior that led him to fight alongside Mr. Joe. As Joe heard the video, he said, yes, that's him. That's the voice that saved my life. Joe, Fernando, and the response rescue team will all meet next week. And of course, we'll bring you the reunion. And you'll only see it here on News 19.
Two days ago, we told you the story of a Midlands truck driver who overturned on a bypass and then he was rescued.
Very scary, especially when you saw the video of his truck in the water after it plunged over the bridge. Well, he told News 19 Sonia Gutierrez about a voice that kept him alive. And Sonia was able to amazingly track down the voice of the bystander that just wouldn't let this man go.
Yes, in fact, it was thanks to you, the viewers, who sent us tips on emails that led me to find this video.
God is with you, sir. We right here. We right here. Ain't nothing gonna happen. You a strong man. We gonna get.
I sent this video to the truck driver and immediately he said, yes, that's him. That's the voice that saved me. We drove all the way to Augusta, Georgia to meet Fernando Bunch. That's where he lives, and that day he was driving to a boxing match in North Carolina. That same fighting spirit is what he says he saw in Joe that day when he was laying in the pool of his own blood. Fernando says he lost his uncle to cancer the week before, and just thinking about his cousins being left without a father, he didn't want for that to happen to Joe's family.
That's something that you can't really train for. That's something that you have to be mentally strong, of course, physically, but you have to be having the mental strength to take your body through that, because he could have easily said, I quit. And that's one thing I told him, is that you're a very strong man, because you could have quit a long time ago, and you didn't. So you're going home. You're going home tonight.
Please pray for
Next
this
week,
man.
all his first responders, Joe and Fernando, will meet at his home. And of course, we'll take you there too.
And how did the first responders finally get him off the truck?
A boat.
The boat. They were able to get the boat down to him and then get him safely off.
Yeah, but it's fascinating because Joe tells me that when he was there, he was literally feeling so exhausted. But because he was listening to this voice tell him, move your hand, he had something to do and it kept him alert.
Wow.
Yeah,
Kept him conscious as opposed to going unconscious.
It's fascinating, yeah.
Cannot wait to see the rest of the story.
And what I find amazing, Sonia, is the fact that there were so many people who were yelling at him, but he honed in on that one voice. Do we know why that's the voice he chose to listen to? Do you know why?
Joe tells me that it's because he was making it so personalized. He said, the Lord is with you. You are going to make it through. Your family's going to see you.
Wow.
So those messages really touched a special place in his heart.
Wow. So cool. We know you're putting this online so everybody can watch it again and again.
And we'll have the full story coming up at 6.
Thank you so much, Sonia.
Now,